Alright, this video will be homework 8-2, Form G, and it's only going to be number 19. So 19 was the one that I put on Google Classroom that says that the answer key is going to be a little bit different than how I'm going to instruct you to do it. Again, alleviating several steps for you to make this a little bit easier for you. So you got to find A, B, and C, and I think, as I've said before in previous chapters, back when we were, in the classroom, whenever you're given two triangles, and I know there's three, but in this case you're given, these two triangles, you want to work with the triangle in which you have the most information on. So if I look at the triangle on the right, I don't know anything about it. I mean, I know it's a 30, 60, 90 triangle because that's 60 degrees. This has to be a 90-degree angle, which means that has to be 30 degrees. But other than that, I don't know anything about the side lengths. If I turn my attention to the triangle here on the left, it's a 45, 45, 90, and I know the hypotenuse is 18, a radical 2. So I'm going to work and find A first. I'm going to solve this triangle here on the left first, and that'll give me information to solve the triangle on the right. So going back to what it means to be a 45, 45, 90 triangle, if you were to make your table, you were given a leg, and the hypotenuse. Well, in this case, I'm given the hypotenuse because I'm working opposite of the 90-degree angle. So my x radical 2 is equal to 18 radical 2. If I solve that for x, divide both sides by radical 2, and they cancel on both sides, and both of my legs on this triangle are 18. So A is 18. Okay? Now, I only need one side of a 30, 60, 90 triangle to go back then and find the lengths of the other two sides in the 30, 60, 90 triangle. So in this case, think back to, or really you have x radical 3, and 2x in terms of your 30, 60, 90 triangle. Now, 18 is going to be the long leg because it is opposite of the 60-degree angle. So the long leg, of course, x is your short leg, x radical 3 is your long leg, and then 2x is your hypotenuse. So I know that x radical 3 is equal to 18. I'm going to erase this so I have room to work. Now, this is where the answer key is going to be different. Okay? You are going to divide both sides by radical 3 to solve for the short leg, or just x. That answer, because of me not requiring you to do a lot of this work, the answer is simply going to be 18 over radical 3. And I know that's different from the answer key itself, but this is the answer that I will hold you accountable for on any kind of test or quiz. Okay, so that is your answer for B, which is the short leg. Okay, so let me rewrite my table here and fill out the stuff that I know. So I just found the short leg to be 18 over radical 3. And I was given the long leg was 18. The hypotenuse is going to be 2 times whatever the short leg is. Well, 2 times 18 over radical 3, 2 is really 2 over 1. So you multiply fractions, you multiply straight across. So 2 times 18 is 36. 1 times radical 3 is simply just radical 3. So that is your answer. Oh, goodness. That is your answer for the hypotenuse, or C. Okay, so again, I know the answer key says different things. For our answer key, this is the value of your hypotenuse, and this is the value of your short leg. Okay? Any questions, shoot me an email, snyder@nhsd.net.